Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he deserves to be the co-MVP of this team, along with Shohei Ohtani. I wanted to go extremely bold and say that Yamamoto is the Dodgers MVP, but let's be honest. Freddie Freeman missed significant time, didn't play in 11 games. Mookie Betts was dealing with the stomach issue. The offense hasn't been Mookie Betts MVP caliber this season yet. Teoscar Hernandez has missed time. Tommy Edman missed time. To think that Shohei is not an MVP of this team is ridiculous. But where would this team be without Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Where would this team be without a guy that emerged in a rotation that was filled with Cy Young winners, that was filled with high upside elite talent in Roki Sasaki, but it was Yoshinobu Yamamoto that has stepped up and has carried this team. After another great start yesterday against the Guardians, where he was fantastic, once again gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in 6 innings of work, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, had 10 swings and misses. And that's coming off a start against the Arizona Diamondbacks last week, where he was equally, if not more fantastic. He took a no-no into the 7th inning, really his best performance as a Dodger, threw a career-high 110 pitches, had 9 strikeouts, didn't allow a single hit until the 7th inning. He's been great all season long. That's 3 straight quality starts for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The ERA is down to 1.97. That's second in the National League. And right now, he is right behind Paul Skeens, according to FanDuel, for the favorite to win the National League Cy Young. So he is right up there for the Cy Young in the NL. But I think right now, what we need to see from Yamamoto, we need to see him starting the All-Star game. That is where I'm at with Yamamoto. 2 big things. Co-MVP right now, the Dodgers. Where would they be without him? And he needs to be starting in the All-Star game. He needs to be making that start. He's the best Dodgers starting pitcher in a full regular season since 2021 Buehler. Buehler was great that season, was the Cy Young leader well into August. I think of 2019, Hyunjin Ryu. I think of 2016, 2017, Clayton Kershaw, and then Kersh before that, right? I mean, he is definitely of that caliber. And the most impressive thing for me with Yamamoto is this is a guy that last season, he dealt with a significant injury, missed almost 3 months of time, and he's already had 11 starts this season. Last year, he made 18. He's already had 64 innings this season. Last year, he pitched 90. So you can look at that a couple different ways. Okay, I'm a little concerned now because the innings and the starts are piling up. But I look at that as, no, this is a guy that went through a full major league season. Yes, he was injured a significant amount of that time, but he made his way back, and he was really, really good in the postseason for the Dodgers. And now he has a better understanding of how to take care of his body, how to go through that routine to avoid any major injuries. And that is what he's done for this team. He's put this Dodgers team on his back, and he's carried this staff. He's the clear-cut ace of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he deserves to be starting in the All-Star game. I mean, he has 2 WAR. Ohtani has 2.7. He leads all of Major League Baseball with 5.3 hits per 9. Dudes don't hit him. Dudes just do not hit him. This man is filthy. This man is dirty. I have to hop right into the shower after watching a Yoshinobu Yamamoto start because of how dirty he is on the mound. The dude's filthy. People were arguing with me when I was the very first Dodgers show to say they should sign him back when no one knew who he was. People were telling me that Imanaga was better. I said, no, he's not. He doesn't have that kind of potential, the kind of stuff that Yamamoto has. He's a 3-time Sagamore winner, Triple Crown winner, absolute elite pitcher in Japan, and you're starting to see that success consistently on a start-by-start basis in the show. He's this week's Sandy Koufax Pitcher of the Week. He's basically won this award all throughout this season, and he's been elite. And here was Dave Roberts talking about the latest gem from Yamamoto.
I thought very good today. I thought the command was really good. Uses pitches really well tonight with the strikeouts early, soft contact. I thought, I don't know if after that play at first base, there was a little hip issue that he felt, and I don't know if that kind of got into the mechanics in that fifth and sixth inning. It just didn't seem as fine. And then for me, I just felt that we pushed him a lot his last outing. And so to kind of not push him to the fullest tonight made sense as he gears up for Sunday.
Is that something you think you're going to have to keep an eye on with him heading into his next start?
I don't think so. He said that afterwards he feels better, but I was wondering if that kind of could have changed his body in that moment in time with his delivery. It was just to get a lead and then to add on and to be able to tack on late and obviously get a great outing from the starter and then to play solid defense and to kind of make it not as an eventful last couple of innings to win a game like this and to look out to tomorrow with Dustin going and having a completely reset bullpen is pretty exciting.
Absolutely. He's been phenomenal. He's been great. And I do want to point out, too, that it's not just been as a pitcher. It's also the defense. Did you see the play that he made on the Wilson bunt in the third? Look at this play here. Wilson bunts up the line. What is Haesung Kim doing? But he picks it up and he tags him. And Dave Roberts did mention the hip a little there, a little issue. Hopefully this is a nothing burger. But look at this guy. Run down the line, bare hand, and make the tag. Question I have is, what the heck was Haesung Kim doing there? Because he needs to be in a better position to make that play. He's trying to charge up the line. But thankfully, Yamamoto finds a way to get that done. And he showed that he's certainly a Gold Glove pitcher defensively as well as a Cy Young pitcher on the mound. So he was fantastic. And I also want to play this. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this needs to be number one on the Spotify, Apple charts, the Billboard Hot 100. Have you seen the official Yoshinobu Yamamoto song? I want you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 to 10, what do you give this jam? My man Noel is going to drop it right now. Here we go.
Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu. Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu. Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu. Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu.
Instant classic. That thing's going triple platinum. Noel, who's that? That's the interpreter, right, Noel? I mean, not the impersonator, right?
Yeah, he's the impersonator, but I saw it over the weekend. I had to post it on our socials because it was going crazy. That needs to be his official anthem moving forward.
Has to be his anthem. I mean, can you imagine if he had that as his warm-up song?
No,
that
literally.
would be
also shout
awesome.
Shout out to Haesung Kim Enjoyer on TikTok. He put together that edit like of all the pitching highlights with it. So
I love that dude. I love that dude, and I love Dodgers Twitter always representing. Okay, next big takeaway though. I got my DFA of the day, and I'm giving it to Josh Reddick. Josh Reddick, you are getting DFA'd, buddy.
DFA of the day.
So let's pull up this tweet from Josh Reddick that is aging like 7-Eleven sushi in the sun. He tweets a couple years back, this was on December 22nd, 2023, after the Dodgers signed Yamamoto. How do you give a guy $325 million without ever throwing a pitch in Major League Baseball? How do you do that? Well, because he was great in Japan. That's the second best league on the planet. And he's been absolutely elite ever since you signed him. He has been everything the Dodgers had hoped he would be, and then some. In the postseason, NLDS Game 5 against the Padres, no runs, 5 innings. World Series Game 2, 6 1/3 innings, gave up 1 run on the Soto home run, but he has been a dominant pitcher that in year 2 is going to win the National League Cy Young. So you get what you paid for. The Dodgers paid for an ace. They paid for a guy that would perform in the postseason, and they paid for a guy that's going to win a Cy Young. Also, the reason why you give $325 million to a pitcher at that age is because you typically can't get guys that are that good at age 25. Typically, starting pitchers, they hit free agency 29, 30, 31, 32, and you pay them 100 to 200 plus $1 million, and you're getting maybe 1-2 of their prime years. Yamamoto, you get his entire prime for that price. And every time I see a tweet like this, you just want to quote tweet pictures of Yamamoto with the World Series trophy. Yamamoto spinning and twirling on the mound after a big strikeout. He has been everything the Dodgers had hoped he would be for $325 million, and that is why you give him that money, because you have faith in your scouting. You have faith in your player development. The Dodgers identified a pitcher that they felt was going to be an ace based on what they saw on the mound from him, based on how his stuff was playing, and they bet on him, and it turns out that they bet on the right guy. Now, Josh Reddick, on the other hand, you guys know my saying. Once a Dodger, always a Dodger, unless you're Manny Machado, Alex Verdugo, or Josh Reddick. Only thing Josh Reddick ever did was get the Dodgers Rich Hill. And my question to you was, how do you give a contract to a player that in 2016 hit 258, but then somehow the next year that jumped up to 314, and then the following year it went back down to 242? I wonder why. It's because you were cheating. You were banging trash cans. So Josh Reddick, delete the tweet. He's my DFA of the day.
DFA of the day.